All right, so we are live on air, guys. So there should be people joining us in a bit. But my name is Kayleen, and this is Global Parent. So this is where we come together to discuss similarities and share differences and just celebrate being parents. So my regular channel is The Bodden Family, and this one as well, which is Global Parent. So we'll start first. Should we work our way from the eastern provinces?
Sure.
Yeah? All right.
Well, I'm probably furthest east. I'm Victoria, and my channel is youtube.com/Victoria Pottle, Pottle. And I have been vlogging for just about 4 or 5 months now, but I've been watching YouTube videos since I was pregnant with my son in 2009. So I was watching for a long, long, long time before I decided to jump in and start making my own videos. I have a 4.5-year-old son and a 2-year-old daughter, and I am 23 weeks pregnant with baby number 3, which is a girl. So my channel is, I started with pregnancy vlogs and then started doing tag videos and haul videos, and I've done a few day in the lives. I'm loving making videos and learning all about how it all works. And I live in New Brunswick, so we are one of the Atlantic provinces of maritime provinces.
Excellent. Do we have anyone else in the Maritimes? I think
No.
just you, right, Victoria?
Yep.
Okay, so we'll move on to, is there anybody on? I don't think Tammy's on from Quebec yet.
No.
So we'll move
Ontario.
to Ontario.
Okay.
Anne-Marie?
Yep. Okay, I am Anne-Marie from Ontario, and my channel I've had for since July. I started videoing, but I've been watching YouTube forever in a day. Being a homeschool parent, we always go to YouTube for everything. And what else? That's it. I have 4 kids. Youngest 10, and then my big kids are 20, 23, and 24.
I'm getting a little bit of a lag here, but we'll just keep on going and see how it goes. So Ontario, next to Ontario, we've got Manitoba.
Yeah, so I'm Kaylin, and my channel is The Country Bumpkins. We've really just started doing videos on this channel since about July too. But we live in Manitoba and right on the US border, so we spend a lot of our time actually in the States, including like grocery shopping and technically medical care we can seek in the States, and it's covered. So that's kind of interesting.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, I have a son, Arthur, who's 16 months, so I do a lot of videos about like mommy stuff and baby toddlers, and yeah, that's country living. I'm kind of new to this too, so that's about it.
Great, thank you. And then, yeah, I already talked, so we'll keep on moving. And Amanda, you're from BC, right?
I am. Yeah, I'm from Vancouver. So I've had my channel for about 3 years. I started when my son was 4 months old, and it's YouTube/Amanda, Noah, and Jackson is how you can get to it. And I took a little break a couple months ago, and I really just started up probably 2 or 3 months ago doing vlogs again. And I just do lots of single mommy vlogs and yeah, just like toddler vlogs and anything like that that pertains to our life. So yeah, we have fun with that. And we're in Vancouver, yeah.
Excellent. So I welcome, ladies. I wanted to make sure that I had a few Canadian things representing, so I'm brought a little flag, which I actually had to borrow from my exchange student because I didn't have one. So
I think I have.
I've got my red and white shirt and say that again. Sorry. I heard somebody talk, but it cut out. It's okay. So I wanted to dive right into some Canadian facts. Oh, Tammy's just sent a message saying that they are only, her and JR are connecting in a room by themselves.
Oh!
I haven't seen that one happen yet before, so so I wanted to jump straight into some Canadian facts here. So Canada is the second largest country in the world. Did everybody know that?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. And I have it open here. It's got 7% of the freshwater lakes of the world. It's also, sorry, they're sending me messages saying, I can't get in. So let's, I'm just going to get them to keep on trying, and then we'll go from there. So I wanted to start on the Canadian stereotypes, because they're kind of fun. So top 10 Canadian stereotypes. First one, everyone says A. Do you say A?
No.
Jump in.
More than I'd
do.
like.
No.
I don't say A.
I would say it in the way of like, sort of like, did you hear that or did you get that? Like, oh, I put that over on the counter, eh? Like, I would probably say it like that. And I'd probably say it a lot. Yeah.
Anyone else? Anyone else say A? I don't.
It's just
I never thought that I said it, but then when I was traveling abroad, I had a few people tease me about saying it. So
Oh.
maybe it's like ingrained. I don't know.
I never knew I said it till people would point it out when I'm somewhere else, and I'm like, wow, I say that a lot.
That's funny. So the second Canadian stereotype, it's cold. I think that's kind of, I don't know.
It depends on the time of year. Like in New Brunswick, we have a long winter. Like we can have snow. I mean, in October we've had snow before, but usually by the end of November we have a lot, and it can last anywhere. I mean, we've had snowstorms in April before. But in the summer, July, August, it's ridiculously hot, like 35, which would translate to probably like high 90s, I guess, in Fahrenheit. And really, really humid where I am. So it's really cold in the winter, but it's not cold year-round. And I've definitely had people, when I did travel in the States, that thought it was cold. Like, they asked, where did you get, like, the summer clothes? Like, is it cold in Canada? Like, well, I think this is in Colorado, as we were staying there with my uncle. And yeah, they had no idea.
Our winters are long enough that it really feels like we can embrace the cold. Like that, we own the fact that we live in it.
We're proud of it.
For sure.
Yeah. I find when I post pictures in the winter of where I live in southwestern Ontario. So we have 6 feet of snow, and people say, but you have a pool in your backyard. Why would you have a pool if you get all that snow? They don't understand that it goes above 40 degrees here, so you need a pool.
Right. We really get all the extremes.
Yeah,
Our
definitely.
winter's really not very bad at all. I mean, it snows like once a year.
Oh, that's right. You're in BC.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although BC also gets an extreme amount of rain, right?
Yeah, we do. But we love I like the rain. We embrace the rain just like you embrace the snow.
You can keep the rain.
Yeah.
I do not embrace the snow. I think, yeah, I mean, Saskatchewan has such crazy weather extremes that it's like minus 50 with a wind chill sometimes. So it's like you need to make sure that you're like inside and, you know, at least 2 blocks away from a Tim Hortons, right? So you can get something warm if you need.
I've heard a really awesome like quote or saying, and it's that there's no such thing as bad weather, just bad clothing. And I think it's true for every single climate.
That's true.
True. I think people where I am anyway tend not to dress for the weather like they should probably. Because if you're dressed then it's not too bad.
I don't know about where you are, but here we even have people shoveling snow in their shorts.
Really? I will not give in to the snow.
That's pretty funny. Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to get you guys to just for a second. They are asking me.
Like a really awesome quote or saying, and it's that there's no such thing as bad weather, just bad clothing. And I think it's true for every single climate.
That's true.
True. I think people where I am anyway tend not to dress for the weather like they should probably. If they dress, then not too bad.
Okay, just I'm getting some legs here. So.
Yeah, huge leg.
Okay, so I've been getting messages from Tammy and from JR. So if you guys wouldn't mind just checking the chat just for 2 seconds, and I'm going to go in and try and invite them directly through here and see if we can get that to work, because they want in and they're not getting it. Sorry, guys.
Knocking at the door.
Oh, she.
So I know we're getting.
Oh, Tammy's here.
Hi.
Oh, did you get in?
I got in.
Hey.
Okay, I'm going to try and add JR directly and see.
Is he on his phone?
He's on the iPad.
Oh, maybe that's why, because I was using my phone and I was not able to get in, and as soon as I got on my computer, I was able to get in the chat.
Okay.
I don't know, it's because of that, but last time I was using my phone, so I don't know why.
Well, Tammy, now that you've come in here, would you like to introduce yourself, please?
Yes, of course. Well, my name is Tammy. My channel name is Miss Pretty Mom. I am from Quebec, Canada, and I have 3 kids, an 8-year-old, 4-year-old, and a 1-year-old, and yeah, that's pretty much the gang here. And you guys, I suppose you guys already introduced yourself?
Yes.
Yeah, we're representing almost every province.
Is there anyone else from Quebec? Or
Sorry, I'm just trying to add him.
You're the only one from Quebec.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I have my Tim Hortons coffee.
I even made sure that we saved our Timbits box from earlier so that we could represent.
I was like, we had Timbits earlier this week. Where's the box? It's gone. The box is gone. We go to Tim Hortons a lot.
But I'm going to be honest, though. I actually saved my cup from today and made myself coffee and put it in here.
It just tastes better in the cup.
And I saw JR's background, with the Canadian flag and everything. He made such an effort, and he can't even join.
I know. I'm trying to add him right now. So
we've got a couple
questions
here if you want us to keep discussing while you're trying to get him in there, Keelan.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Okay. Thank you, guys.
One question it's more of a comment about it's creating Casey. She said when she visited New Brunswick when she was a kid, there was always snow. It must have been in the winter, because I promise you it gets really, really, really hot in the summer. And then another person, it's Lee Michaud. I'm originally from northern Maine, and I say A. So New Brunswick borders Maine. If you go west at the bottom of New Brunswick, you cross into Maine. So I think a lot of people from Maine are probably similar to people from New Brunswick. And we have an actual question, though, that would be probably a good discussion. It's from The Couple's Life, and she or they say, a lot of Americans believe that Canada has the best health care. Do you believe that? I sure wish I had your health care.
Oh, I'm going to chime in here. Absolutely not. We have we have horrible health care, and I'm just saying this because my daughter's been an organ failure in the last 2 years, twice. So it's horrible. The medication that she needs is about $6,000 a month, and we have no benefits, so she doesn't get it, so she doesn't get better. So she can see a doctor, but they can't. No one can afford the medication, so you don't get better. So really, it's not much different as far as I'm concerned.
I find.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I find that yes, the healthcare is there and it's free as far as doctor's appointments, surgeries and everything. But because it's free, the wait lists are ridiculous. Like, you can wait for years to have surgeries, and all of the family doctors. It's nearly impossible to get a family doctor in my province, so people are going to after-hours clinics to try for everything. And there's been days like with this pregnancy where I was like, I would pay money to go have an ultrasound right now rather than wait at the hospital for 12 hours. And you know what I mean? Sometimes it would be nice to have that option because there really isn't any paid-for medical care you can get around here anywhere.
It could be. Does it vary by province, though?
It probably does. Medicare is provincial, right?
No, yeah, because we have OHIP here.
Yeah.
We have MSP here, so we pay monthly, and it's very similar to what Americans would pay for a monthly package, but it doesn't include prescriptions. It just includes the doctor's visit. So we pay for that, and then we would have to pay for extended if we didn't have it. So it's actually more than what an American would probably pay, but it's all scaled on your income. So if you're a lower income, then it's free, and then it charges you based on that. And that's just for the basics.
It sounds like it is very different, like, by province, because here, like, since I'm going through a pregnancy, all of my doctor's visits are covered, and then all of our, like, any type of medication I would need would be partially covered through insurance that you get through your company, or you can pay for private insurance. So any type of medication, like, and things like that, would go through insurance. And when I have the baby, like, everything will be covered, but our hospital is old, it's run down, the facilities are not great because there's just no money, whereas I watch videos of these people having babies in the States, and I'm like, that is a hotel suite. Like, even if to get a private room, to pay the extra for the private room, you're still sharing a bathroom, you're still, like, paint chips on the wall, small, tiny rooms, everything's just really outdated because there's just no money.
And our experience has kind of been a little bit skewed, I think, because we live on the border. We are actually encouraged to seek healthcare in the States, and it's covered under our provincial plan because we are an unreasonable distance from a Canadian hospital. Right. So when I was pregnant with Arthur, I actually went out of our way to have him in Canada for a couple different reasons. But we would be driving up to the nearest city to deliver there, and then I had a midwife, so all those appointments were covered. But what I've seen in terms of the differences, most people in our area go down to the States, and we get care like that. It is so quick, and the service is so fast, but it's because we walk in with a Manitoba health card. And the Americans will sit in the waiting room because we're a guaranteed paycheck. Like, we're covered, and they know that they're getting paid by the province. Whereas the Americans who are there aren't necessarily insured, or their insurance may not work out, and so it kind of gets a little thin. We get, like, really, really special treatment, which is nice, but kind of, you feel bad. Like, I feel really bad using it when, and our hospital isn't, like, bad. Our Canadian hospital isn't awful, and I had a great experience there having Arthur, and so it just depends, I think, where you are. And I'm really grateful that we don't have to pay the monthly premiums for health insurance like a lot of Americans do, because that's, I mean, it's a car payment or equivalent to some mortgage every month just to have that coverage. And for me, the peace of mind is totally worth whatever wait lists. And and both my parents have severe medical problems with, and my mom has had cancer, and my dad has had several heart attacks, and they both have had, like, decent care. So my experience has been pretty moderate, I guess.
I have
I just wanted.
Sorry,
I just wanted to interject 1 second. Nick,
Hi, Nick.
Nick just jumped on. Is that Vicky?
No,
Hello?
Nick.
Hello, it's Nick. I can't. Do you have
There he
video?
is.
Do you have video?
Can you see me or no?
Yes.
No. Oh, can.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. There he is. Hi, Nick.
Is this girls only? Because I can go switch out with Vicky if you want.
No.
No.
Okay, I just wanted to check.
No,
It's
we're trying
global
to get
parents.
RJ on as well. So yeah, we just. Nick, did you want to take a moment and just introduce yourself to all of these ladies and all of the other people watching, and just introduce your channel, please?
Sure, no problem. I'm Nick, and I'm from Canadian Family Vlog, and basically we just upload daily videos of our family's life and stuff. And Vicky, my wife, and I do like challenges and things like that with each other to kind of have some fun on our channel too. But we have 3 kids. Here's one of them. He's trying to go to sleep. We just got back from a family thing because it's Thanksgiving here in Canada. I don't know. Is everybody here from Canada, or is it?
Yes. We're all Canada.
Oh, so yeah. Then we were at a family Thanksgiving thing, and then we went out late last night to try and get a turkey, but they're all sold out, obviously, because it's last minute.
They're on.
But, hey, let's do a turkey.
And what province are you from?
We're from Ontario.
Yay!
Anybody else from Ontario?
Yes.
Emery?
Ontario.
Yay, Annie.
And Anne-Marie
We've
is
done
also
it before.
going to Bufferfest with you guys. She'll be at Bufferfest, Nick.
Yeah, she got the last tickets to the Shay Carl show. We've already chatted about it a little
Sorry.
bit.
Oh man.
I'm sorry.
So we were just discussing healthcare, Canadian healthcare, because somebody asked a question about healthcare, and I just wanted to sort of say about Saskatchewan. In the past few years, Canada's taken a bit of a leap. I mean, we didn't even used to have accessible midwives, and now they've covered it under the provincial healthcare, and Molly was born at home with 2 midwives. So now it's something that you can do. But also, in contrast to England, I know that Gareth has got like way faster service, and he's had to have like surgeries a few times here, but it's happened like way faster than I think it ever did in England. So I think maybe in comparison to England, I don't know. NHS could be good too. I don't know. What is your experience, Nick, with Canadian healthcare? What do you think?
I've never had to do any major surgeries or anything like that, so I think that's where it comes down to the speed, stuff like that for people, because I've heard that if you're having major surgeries, you have to wait a significant amount of time longer than if you were in the States or some other country. So I think for the general stuff that I've had to do, it's been really great. Like, but I also have a good job, so I have good benefits. So I haven't had to pay a lot of the prescription fees and stuff like that, or we're just getting over the counter type of medicine. So I don't know if in the States do they have to pay a significant fee for that type of stuff? I'm not sure. But in terms of just meeting with doctors and everything like that, it's been really good for me. But I've never had to do any major surgeries. Hey, here's Vicky.
Okay.
Hi.
We're just talking about Canadian medical benefits and things
Okay.
compared to.
I will say though, the hospitals here in Ontario are amazing and state-of-the-art technology, but it's the prescriptions that are a killer. Because my daughter's on injections every 4 weeks, and it's $9,000 every 4 weeks to give her injections to keep her alive.
Wow.
So, and we have no medical coverage, so it's crazy. It is crazy. I mean, but what do? You keep your kid alive.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's really expensive
that's
when
tough.
you don't have benefits.
Did we have any other questions, or should we move on to another Canadian?
That was it for questions, except the couple's life also said that she was asking because she was watching a movie in a medical class, and they said instead of paying to have your baby, they actually pay you when you leave the hospital.
Oh, that was probably
We
that
don't
Michael
pay
Moore
you.
documentary.
Although we do have good like government tax child benefits. I don't know what they are in the States, but we do get paid. And
you know where the whole misconception of that comes in is when Canada was first founded, if you were French and you were in the Quebec and New France area, they paid you to have kids. You got extra bonuses to have your kids back then, if you were French.
Yeah.
Bet you didn't know that.
Facts with Annie.
Gareth just sent me a text asking where's the best place to send a question. So if you can't see the chat on your phone, because he's downstairs with Molly right now, you can send a text and I'll read it. That'll work.
Aw.
All right. So the next, is everyone okay to move on? Did you have anything else to say?
Move on.
All right. So this kind of ties in with the next stereotype. Everyone is extremely polite.
I actually find that to be true.
Yeah, I'd say that's
true.
Back from vacation, we were in Florida, and I found that the people there were significantly ruder than here in Canada. But maybe that was just our experience. But even small things, like if we're trying to get out of a street or something like that, nobody would like let us get in. They're just like kept cutting us off. I'm like, how come nobody's letting me come in? My blinker's on. I don't understand.
People will stop here when they shouldn't stop to let people go, and I'm like, don't do that. Like, you're gonna cost me like 2 days. Like, no, you go. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even today, I was stopped at a four-way stop, and like I'm waiting this one person. They're like, no, you go. I'm like, please, you go.
That is
I'm not sure if that is a stereotype. It's totally true.
I think it's true too.
As the traffic backs up behind you.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think when somebody acts rudely, it's much more like obvious here because there is such a polite culture. But when somebody's a jerk, it is like we know that you're being a jerk.
Well, that's the story on the news about someone in Ontario that wouldn't take their bag off of the seat on the bus or the subway for someone to sit down. Did anyone hear about that?
Yes, I did.
I heard
Yeah,
about that.
about it in New Brunswick on our news. Like, it
Really?
was nationwide news that somebody would move their bag.
I know, right? I saw it all over Facebook and stuff, but that was just like last week, right?
Like a hit out
Yeah,
on
it was in Toronto.
Yeah.
Although, doesn't Quebec have laws, or like their pedestrian laws aren't very good? Like, I know here in Saskatchewan, you can walk across the street pretty much at any time, and people will stop for you. And I was a nanny in Quebec for a few months when I was like in my early 20s, and I remember somebody saying to watch out because if a car hits you in Quebec, you'll have to pay to get their car fixed. Is that true, Tammy? Am I hearing some truth?
Come on, Tammy.
Okay, well, honestly, I have never ever heard of a pedestrian having to pay for a car. Like, that doesn't even make sense to me. That's the first time I ever hear that. But honestly, like, I was hearing you guys talking about the whole politeness thing, and I don't know if it's because I'm from Quebec, but I don't find people to be that polite. I mean, especially on the road, like, it happens to me so many times. Like, I'm with my stroller and my baby, and like here, I don't know if you're allowed to do that over there, but you're allowed to turn right on a red light. Okay. And like literally, I have like my light like with the little person, so I'm allowed to go, and I'm like in the street with my babies, and like cars are coming at me trying to turn right when their light is red. So I don't know, like sometimes I get frustrated with that kind of thing. But yeah, I don't think that it's true what you heard about the but I think there's definitely a difference between the provinces, because I have often went to Ontario, and I went across Canada doing a road trip, and it's different. I mean, I don't know if it's because there's a French culture here as well, and like the dynamic is different, but I don't know.
What about in Vancouver, Amanda?
People are pretty polite here, I would say. When you go like downtown Vancouver, the driving is obviously a lot more aggressive, but where we are, I think it's very polite. It's a little bit of a culture shock when you go over the border, because we are close to the border, and it's like, people are not very nice. They're not friendly. They don't say hi. They don't, like, all of those things, and I'm like striking up conversation with the next person, and they're looking at me like, what are you doing? Like,
Don't talk to a stranger.
yeah, it's like, oh, okay, never mind. But like driving like downtown LA and downtown Vancouver, it's like I can't, like, it was very stressful. People don't let you in, and you're like, please, just, but we definitely say please a lot more here.
Yeah. Agreed. All right.
I think Tammy's right, though. I think it depends on the provinces, because I know Quebec is horrible to drive in, but I also know Toronto's horrible to drive in, too. So I think it depends on the areas and the towns.
Pace of life, I guess. Like those
Yeah.
everybody's in more of a hurry, and it takes longer to get everywhere. And I mean, here I can drive from one side of the city to the other in 15 minutes max. Like it's that small, so no one's in too big of a rush. Well, they have 2 bridges that cross the river in our city, and they closed one of them, or like one lane on one of the bridges, and it was like all hell broke loose.
All right, I'm going to move on to the next one just for time's sake, so we can try and move through most of them. The next one is that people say a boot.
A boot?
Okay.
No.
That's not. I have never, ever, ever, ever said that in my whole life.
I've never heard anyone say it.
Anybody say it, unless they're making fun.
Maybe Newfoundland. I know a lot of people in more like rural Newfoundland areas, or even rural New Brunswick areas, have more of an accent. Maybe
They say a boot.
It's still not a boot.
A boot.
I don't think I say it, but
Definitely Newfoundlanders say that, for sure.
Boat.
Yeah.
I've had people tell me that I say that, and I'm like, no, I definitely said about, and they're like, no, you didn't. So people call me out on it all the time, but I definitely don't say it.
That's how fast we're talking, too.
That's when my husband has spent time with people from the East Coast with with work or whatever. He has a couple friends from out there now, and he'll come home, and if he's had a drink, he is just like typical, like put the boots and like have a good day, and like it's right, one of those drunk or what's the movie I'm thinking of, like Strange Brew, like just very Canadian bacon is what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Really stereotypical.
I know that East Coasters definitely will say, like, Victoria, just for the sake of accents being different, can you please say car?
Car.
Yeah, see, there's a little bit of a not to pick on you, because your accent is lovely.
I've caught myself saying words like camp and stamp as if they're like 2 syllables. Like I said to my mom once, like, oh, Matthew went to the camp, and she said, you just said camp, like, words like that, we probably would. And my husband, he's from a little bit outside of the city, not far at all, but he definitely, when he's, had a few drinks and he's around his friends, the accent comes out a lot more.
Right.
That doesn't happen with me because my hubby is Mexican, so.
There you go. Okay, so the next one, which I think a few people are representing today, is that all Canadians love hockey or watch hockey.
Hockey. That's a big no at my house. We don't like hockey.
True.
Okay, so maybe we can, like, the people who like hockey can put their hands up. Who likes hockey?
I like hockey.
Yeah, but you're not into it at all.
I think even
you're not
people,
like a sports fanatic in any kind of way.
Even people that don't like hockey in Canada like hockey in Canada.
No, I don't. I don't like
You know
hockey
what
at
I
all.
mean? Like, even if they say I don't really like it, they'll still watch a game of hockey if somebody invites them over.
If it was like the Olympics and it was Canada versus U.S., I'd be like, okay, we should probably watch this.
I agree. Olympic hockey, though, is different than the NHL. So.
JR just joined.
Yay!
Hey. All right, I'm just gonna pause for a second. JR.
He's not there yet.
Here? No, not quite.
There's pictures here. There's a picture.
But not him. Oh, there he is.
There we are. Hey, JR. He's frozen. All right. Well, we'll maybe just sort of keep on chatting a little bit, and
I was going to say that
Oh boy, now I'm not hearing any sound.
oh, there we go, JR.
Yes, keeps getting better.
Hey, there you are. So glad you could make it a little bit late. That's okay. So I just wanted to pause for a second. JR, can you just introduce yourself to all of these lovely Canadian people that are here? Tell us where you're from, a bit about yourself, a bit about your channel.
Uh-oh, and now my screen is gone. Okay, I don't know if you guys can hear me, but my screen, oh, okay, now it's back.
Oh. Did you hear what I asked?
No, okay, now I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, hello! Oh, perfect, it worked finally. Oh my goodness, technology. It's the worst thing in the world some days.
So, JR, did you want to introduce yourself and introduce your channel, please?
Yeah, I can do that most certainly. Hi everyone, my name is J.R. Bjarnson. I'm from Grand Prairie, Alberta, Canada. My channel is youtube.com/JRTheWonderful, back before spelling was a thing. And I've been on YouTube since 2009. My videos are mainly vlogs. Every now and then lately I've been doing something called The Daily Joke, where I record one joke per day. And yeah, I basically vlog my family because I think it's great that we live in a world where we can upload hundreds of videos for free and strangers can watch and we get to know those strangers and soon those strangers become our friends. And that's what I do.
Well.
All right. Should we jump into some more? Do you still have the same background? I'm not sure for those of you who saw it, but in our Facebook chat, JR posted a photo of him, and he had a big Canadian flag in the background. His drop.
That was in my bedroom background, but I had to come out to the living room so I could use the laptop. I have to be hardwired into the laptop, or else the connection is not as good. So I actually had to come out here to be used so I can use the Ether cord, so I can plug in directly to my modem.
Gotcha. So we're
but it was a good background. I just taped up a Canadian flag on the wall behind me. Scotch tape.
So we're just talking about different Canadian stereotypes. So just the next one, I know that Tammy and I are both representing. It's we all drink Tim Hortons.
Yeah.
Nope.
Lately, I've been favoriting the pumpkin spice shot that you can get in the ice cap. So good.
All right, Tammy, let's see your cup. I can't see it. Oh, I think you might have frozen a little bit.
Am I frozen?
see it.
Yeah.
And we all love Tim Hortons more during Roll Up the Rim.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Ever.
Victoria, can you roll up the rim for those of us that are, or for those American people that are watching, or people from other places? What is roll up the rim?
I think Dunkin' Donuts does a similar thing. It's sometime around the spring, I think, when they do a campaign when you like roll up the rim of your mug, of your cup, and you can win prizes. And everyone, like, I think their sales probably double.
We live an hour from Tim Hortons, and we actually considered last year during Roll Up to just get in the car and go get coffee or Roll Up, and then turn around and drive the hour home. Like, no real purpose.
An hour from Tim Hortons? I have like Tim Hortons in every corner.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, same here.
We don't drink coffee, so we're not really big Tim Hortons fans. Vicky will go there
But
again.
if you more of a social, like, let's meet up at Tim Hortons. You
Yeah,
know?
that's like
it's just like that's just the
after
norm.
church or something, to be like,
Yeah.
hey, let's go to
Tim
Tim Hortons
Hortons.
for like 20 minutes or something.
I don't go either because I don't drink coffee.
One thing I like about Tim Hortons is it doesn't matter how broke you are, you just got to get some change in your car and you can afford Tim Hortons.
Yeah.
True.
It's like the cheap version of Starbucks, but better.
I do actually prefer Starbucks, but
dare you?
More expensive. I don't know. They're the only ones that have like soy milk or
Oh, no, I agree. I'm surprised Tim Hortons does not have soy milk. I think a lot of good products. I love vanilla soy is my favorite.
We don't really have a ton of Tim Hortons in our town.
So they don't have that at Tim Hortons, so I like to just make my own teas.
Yeah. I also like using the Keurig. We have a Keurig here at home. It's really cool.
I find actually that that's becoming more popular, but I think Tim Hortons has like their little Keurig things, don't they?
Yeah, they're K-Cups.
Yeah, K-Cups.
Yeah, I was learning on, YouTube is amazing for other than just watching vlogs, but you can YouTube search how to make your own thing. Like, we just purchased a 2009 Dodge Caravan a few weeks ago, and I YouTubed how to change the oil, and it's amazing what shows up. So YouTube is there for everything.
Bringing people together, yes. All right, so I've got another one here. And I know that this is an interesting fact because I've recently read a statistic on this, that Canada, and I'll just let you guys guess what you think it might be, Canada eats more of this than anywhere else in the world.
Bacon.
Bacon.
Kraft dinner.
Yeah.
Kraft dinner, yeah.
Is it?
Kraft dinner is probably the one.
Really? Kraft dinner?
Yeah, it's Kraft dinner.
We will tell our kids they can have anything they want to eat, and they always pick Kraft dinner. We're like, we'll take you out to McDonald's if you want. They're like, no, Kraft dinner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, McDonald's is a monopoly right now, actually.
Because they sell Kraft mac and cheese. It's not called Kraft dinner.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I knew that in the States.
I think that my kids don't get as excited with my Kraft dinner because I tend to jazz it up with a bunch of vegetables, and I don't know, maybe they don't get the same high, high.
Yeah. We have a question from the Couple's Life. So they've asked, it went up, but it was, they wanted to know the differences between America and Canada. So
Canadians apologize a lot when we bump into you, no matter what. If we're at the shopping mall and we bump into you, we immediately say sorry. It's just something we're good at.
If someone bumps into you, you say sorry to them.
Yeah.
That's right, yeah. And our currency, our $1 and $2, we don't have $1 and $2 bills, we have coins.
Yeah. A toonie, a loony, quarters.
And our money is colorful.
Yes,
And
colorful
it doesn't
money.
matter what you do to us, we won't sue you.
We'll say it's our fault and just smile.
Oh, that's fun. Which kind of ties into one of the number 9. I'll go back to 8, but this one segues nicely. So, number 9 stereotype that we hate the U.S.
No, we don't hate anybody.
No way.
Yeah.
No, we love the U.S. Where else would we shop if we didn't have the U.S.?
I love the prices in the U.S. Everything is cheaper in the U.S. If I didn't live so far from the border, I'd go to the U.S. and do all my shopping and come back to Canada.
The exchange is awful right now.
And no Canadians vacation in Canada. We always go to the U.S.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
We don't know how to take vacations in Canada. We work too hard.
Yeah.
We do our shopping in the States, and there's a lot that I actually don't buy there because it's just a different quality. So in Canada, we'll buy our meat and our dairy and eggs and things like that, and then we do kind of like the packaged processed foods in the States because the price is so much cheaper. But definitely those other things we buy here.
I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard Kinder eggs are no longer sold in the U.S. because it's a choking hazard, but they still sell them here.
Yeah, they've been banned. They've been banned.
Oh.
Which is kind of odd. Like, how would you choke on something that's inside of an egg? You just swallow the egg whole?
Kinder eggs fault.
It's because they're a little bit bigger, I've heard, so they probably just take the whole egg. I'm so hungry. Give me more.
Chocolate. This solves everybody's problems.
Oh, and we have better Smarties in Canada, too.
Oh, yes.
They
We
call
have chocolate Smarties, and they have those other ones.
Oh, and what about the tea, the iced tea?
Oh yeah, their
Oh,
tea's
their
so
iced tea or everything.
Yes. Yes. It's like just tea that's cold.
Yeah, but we don't hate the U.S.
Yeah, wasn't this supposed to be we don't
We're
hate
not
them?
bashing them.
I will say, though, that the one thing that I find kind of peculiar about the States is, like, when I think of America, I'm like, ooh, I want to go there, but I'm scared of their guns.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, that's one thing. But I think, yeah, we're not going to dive into that, like, deep can of worms.
No.
We'll just do that.
You know, one thing, though, I think that separates Canada and the U.S. is I follow this guy on YouTube. His name's Trucker Josh. He's a trucker, drives the semi-trucks, and he goes across Canada and the U.S. We get to go along with him for the journey. And one thing he says a lot is when he's in the U.S., the news there is much more terrifying. CNN terrifies people who listen to them in a sense. But in Canada, it's usually happy-go-lucky, you know, few taxes here, stuff. You know, it's not. We're not as hardcore into, I guess, fear news. I don't know.
We did have that big bus seat scandal that we were talking about earlier, though.
Oh yeah, in
I missed
Toronto.
that.
Subway scandal. Subway.
Yeah, subway scandal.
Oh, yeah, was that the one about the subs not actually being 12 inches?
No.
I don't know. I heard a while ago somebody said the subway subs are
I want to
actually.
hear more about that.
Yeah.
No, that was a lawsuit in the States, actually. It wasn't here. It was in the
Oh, okay.
Typical Americans.
They sued because the Subway sub was not 12 inches long, and they were selling it as 12-inch subs.
Yeah. Who's really counting the inches? You must have been really bored to do that.
Oh yeah, remember that? You guys heard about the landmarks cup thing?
I don't take time to measure what I'm eating. As you see, I love to eat food, so you know, I'm on the seafood diet. I see food, I eat food. Plus, it doesn't help that I work for a fast food restaurant, so really good.
No, I would hate to work for a fast food restaurant. I eat such bad food.
Yeah, they give all the workers 50%, so you can't not help but eat.
Can't quit because otherwise you wouldn't be able to afford all that great food.
Exactly. Yeah, agreed.
She's rolling my eyes.
Vicky's rolling her eyes in the background.
Oh, yes. All right, so I'm going to go back to, because I find
I should throw out there is if anyone's wondering about why I look like the way I do, I don't know if any of you have read about me at all, but I'm actually legally blind, so I see about a foot in front of me, 6 inches to a foot, and I really should have put this out there in the intro, but it kind of slipped my mind. I often forget I can't see, you know. So, yeah, I'm legally blind. I read Braille. The iPad reads everything out loud. So for those of us who are in the chat rooms today on Facebook, that was really annoying, but I enjoy participating. Every time my phone goes off, it talks, right? I don't really have a private life. So you can imagine trying to flirt with my wife on work or on the bus home. What are you wearing? Question mark. Because I dictate all my messages, right? I don't type like you guys. I actually use my voice with Siri, and it does all the work for me. So my life's very open, but I enjoy it overall because you gotta be positive. Sometimes I'm too positive and I worry. But anyway, go on, Kayleen. I unfortunately interrupted you.
I was saying before that I'm always like amazed at how awesomely done your videos are. Because like your editing is way better than like quite a few other. No one in this room, of course.
Of course.
They're all awesome.
I saw you looking at me when you said that, Kayleen.
All right, we're gonna move on.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to number 8. Apparently, there is only one road in Canada.
What road is that?
That's true.
The Trans-Canada Highway.
The Trans-Canada Highway?
Maybe. I don't know. The rest of the time, I guess, we go on our horses.
Most of the time I try to take my canoe to the store and to work and stuff like that.
Snowmobile.
Just to be safe. Like, I don't want to get on the dangerous roads.
We're in Canada.
All
Snowmobile.
those horses running around.
Don't forget about those deer.
Yeah, the deer. And once you get the moose getting out there, that's it. You must go home.
Don't mess with the moose. They're the kings of the road. It's one of the reasons why we don't travel at night.
No.
All right. So we've got. Did anybody else have anything they wanted to say? Anything else? The other one was like the last thing. Just said Americans hate us because we have free healthcare, but we already discussed healthcare, and
it's not free.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to know the secret to getting past the waiting at the ER, right? You gotta complain that you have chest pain. They see you within 10 minutes.
It's true.
Actually, that's true.
Thank you for the tip.
Do your provinces have a thing online that you can actually see what the wait times at the ER is? I know in the city, like
what?
And
No.
the hospitals have like like how long the wait times are before you go to whatever hospital you're interested in.
That's amazing.
That's
some
great.
walk-in clinics have that here, but I haven't heard of the hospitals having that.
Yeah, they do it for the ER, and then you can kind of pick and choose which one you want to go to. Cause
You're in BC, right?
I'm in Manitoba.
Oh, Manitoba. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know when we lived in Alberta, we had to pay for our healthcare. So
Yeah, it was like $60 or something.
yeah, it was like a certain amount of money each month. But the actual service that you got in the hospital was significantly better in Alberta.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, guys, we just got a very interesting question that we can either choose to comment on or not because we're polite Canadians. It's what do you guys all think of Obama, or have you heard of him?
Who's that guy?
So can I just say first that I, on more than one occasion, have said that I would trade our Prime Minister for Obama, but I mean that's just me. But,
I think Obama is more. I think he's more hip, and our Prime Minister is too serious. Like Obama's not afraid to have fun, but our Prime Minister doesn't know how to have fun. He's very monotoned.
He's got his shirt buttoned right to the top.
Everything. No.
He does.
But then, you know, there's the other side of it. There's Rob Ford, right? So.
You like to have a little too much fun.
Exactly.
My goodness. Yes.
Oh,
and
boy.
he's just been found to have some type of cancer as well.
Yes.
So our
Which
Prime
is the same thing his father died from.
Rob Ford.
Yeah.
So he's not running in the Toronto election now.
Yes, he is. He's running for council.
His brother's running for mayor.
His brother's running for mayor, and he's running for councillor of Ward 2, I think.
Wow.
This stuff just goes.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, and if you live in the Toronto area, it's all you hear about no matter where you go.
Exactly.
Every single radio program is about Rob Ford. Every single thing you talk about with people. You ever heard the new thing about Rob Ford? I'm like, I don't care anymore.
It's old.
It's all from Ford Nation in Toronto.
Yeah.
My brother actually saw Rob Ford in like kind of a sketchy area of Winnipeg, standing outside a liquor store last year. It was like,
that sounds like our mayor.
it was really funny. My brother was so excited he made his girlfriend like come around the corner again so he could jump out of the car and be like, "Are you Rob Ford?"
Did he go to the prom or something?
He wasn't there, and there had been people talking to him, and so my brother was like, "Was that who I think it was?" So
wasn't he on Jimmy Kimmel once or some talk show?
Yes.
No way.
Yeah, he was.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. It wasn't good.
I feel like I'm the only one here who doesn't really know Rob Ford.
Oh, Google him.
Yeah. He was the
YouTube him.
Toronto crack.
Oh.
Well, nothing too bad.
I don't really read the newspaper for all this much.
YouTube
Yeah,
him.
his excuse for smoking crack was, I was in such a drunken stupor. How do I know what I was doing? That was literally his excuse to the press.
didn't he actually do really good things for the city of Toronto, or is that kind of just like
No,
not?
he does do a lot of great stuff. Aside from the crack, he did do a lot of great things for Toronto.
Yeah.
Aside from the crack.
Like among other things, he did a lot of good stuff.
Personally,
I
if you
think
want to snort a line and then cut taxes, hey, I don't care.
I think all his scandalous stuff overshadows the good he did.
Yeah.
You'll turn all your taxes into little white lines.
Oh dear. Okay, on that note, guys, we are we've been on for 55 minutes chatting already. So
I've only been on for 25.
I know I'm sorry.
I feel so bad. You know, I was surprised because this is my iPad right here. This is where all I do my video editing and everything. I use an app called Pinnacle Studio on the App Store. Recommend you download it if you have an iDevice. It's $14, but well worth it. And I couldn't seem to connect. Like I could see myself in the iPad, but I couldn't connect to you guys. And it was a lovely lady I wouldn't stop connecting to. I was almost tempted to get to know her, but then she's like, "No, I want to join the group. This is awkward."
That was Tammy. Okay.
Annoyingly frustrating, but great.
I promised to keep this at an hour. So I wanted to go through, and this time we're going to go from west to east because we started introducing from, pardon me, east to west. So I just want you to, again, just for those people who have just tuned in, just say, 30 seconds each about your channel, about yourselves, anything else that you want us to know. All right, so we're going to start with Amanda in BC.
Hi. Okay, so I'm Amanda. I live in Vancouver. Our YouTube channel is called The Jackson Show, and it's youtube.com/Amanda, Noah, and Jackson, so we changed the name. And I have a 3.5-year-old named Jackson, and I'm a single mom. I work from home, and I retired myself in February from my job, so we just have kind of vlogs on our life and being a single mom and toddlerhood and everything fun that comes with that.
Wonderful. So Alberta.
Who's all in Alberta? Is that me?
Yeah.
Just me. Ooh, I'm in the north. I'm in Grand Prairie, Alberta, but better make this 30 seconds. I think this is long. You should hear my voicemail greeting. My name is JR. I'm from Grand Prairie, Alberta. My YouTube channel is youtube.com/JRTheWonderful. And I am legally blind. I read Braille, all that good stuff. I do vlogs, joke of the days. Been doing one joke now for about 2 weeks, so it's really great. YouTube scheduling. Once you learn how to use that tool, you can shoot a whole bunch of videos in one day, then upload them separately. It's amazing. I hope you guys check me out in the non-attractive way, just to get to know me, of course. And as you can tell, I do enjoy making jokes. It's a bad habit of mine, but I can't see smiles like you can, right? So I gotta hear those laughs, and laughter. Laughter is free medicine until the government finds a way to tax it.
Yeah. All right, Saskatchewan. I think that's just me. So I am Kayleen Bodden from the Bodden family, also from this place, Global Parent. And we've got 3 babies. Gareth, the husband, is from England, and we do music, we do daily vlogs, we do sometimes challenges, and yeah, this as well. So I think that's it. Let's go next to Manitoba.
Yeah, so I'm in Manitoba. My channel is The Country Bumpkins with an S. I always forget that. But yeah, I do mummy vlogs and family stuff, country living, because we live literally in the middle of nowhere, right on the U.S. border, so we spend a lot of time in the States. And Arthur is my little guy, and he's 16 months old, and he's finally sleeping, so I can't even make, like, my life is awful because my baby doesn't sleep videos, which is kind of the startup behind my channel. But no, it's been good.
Great. Next, we've got Ontario. So
further west.
Say that again. You can go. You can start, Emery. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm Emery, or Annie, actually, as my family and close friends call me. I vlog at itsjustmylife.ca. kind of segregated off of my blog, which is just my life that I was blogging at for 14 years. And I've been vlogging since July to help keep my big kids in touch with us while they're off at university. So my kids are 10, 20, 23, and 24.
Wow.
Amazing.
All right, Mickey, and Levi, if he's still there, maybe not sleeping.
So I'm Nick. This is my beautiful Vicky, and we're from the Canadian Family Vlog, and it's just youtube.com/Canadian Family Vlog. It's a pretty big deal. If you haven't checked it out already, you're probably going to want to subscribe. We do videos where we upload our family lives, and it's a lot of fun, and we found this great because we get to look back at our kids even back and see all these memories that we've had and always have access to just seeing them again. And we do challenge videos once a week, and we do movie reviews for families. So if you have kids and stuff and you're trying to figure out what to watch, we have a list of movies that we've watched that we recommended and stuff. And that's about it, I think, right? Yeah, it was a pretty big deal, so probably want to check it out. And I also do another channel. It's for camping reviews. It's Backpack Hikers. So it's youtube.com/Backpack Hikers. So if you're a camper, you want to probably see that one too. It's pretty cool.
Oh, cool.
Awesome. You can teach me how to go camping. If a pet bear comes up to me, I'll just pet it like a dog. I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
All right, now over to Quebec.
That's me. All right, so my name is Tammy. My channel name is Miss Pretty Mom, and I have 3 kids. My channel is a family channel. I do days in the lives. I like to talk about anything mom, parent related. I do sometimes makeup videos, and I am about to marry my Mexican hubby. Well, I call him my hubby, but he's not really a hubby yet. But it's going to happen. We have 2 kids together. We're actually a recomposed family. He also has a daughter in Mexico, so it's cool, you know. It's our life. And
how long have you guys been together?
We've been together for 5 years, and
Okay.
I have an 8-year-old son, and he has a 10-year-old daughter.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you're doing better than me. I've been with my wife, who I think I want to introduce in a moment. I'll go get her. We'll swap off. She's taking care of the kids, keeping them busy right now. We've been together for 8 years, and I really got to get that ring soon. I think the vehicle I bought for us, the van, I think the van is a training ring. I don't know. It's one of the I really got to get a ring, basically. Maybe you can give me pointers later.
All right, and we got one person representing the East Coast. Sorry, Tammy, did you have anything else you wanted to say?
No, well, just it was really fun chatting with you all and meeting other Canadian moms on here.
And dads.
And dads. Sorry. no discrimination.
All right, we got one person representing the East Coast.
I'm Victoria, and my channel is youtube.com/Victoria Pottle, Pottle, and I have 2 children, a son who is 4 1/2, a daughter who is 2, and I am pregnant with baby number 3, which is a girl. And we do all the typical mom vlogs.
Right. So we're going to. Did Sheena want to say hi? Sheena is JR's partner. Did Sheena?
I went to go get her, but she said she's a little shy and she didn't have her hair done. So.
Sounds like Vicky.
Hey.
I was wearing a toque earlier to represent. So.
Yeah, Canada.
Woo! How's it going, mate?
I need to get a new toque.
Yeah, all right.
You know what a stereotype of a Canada? Have you seen Brother Bear, the first one, the moose? There's your Canadians right there.
No, I haven't seen that. I'm gonna have to go.
Oh, it's a good one.
There was one more comment I just wanted to mention that came up a couple times about poutine.
Poutine.
Yeah.
Oh, poutine. Oh, you know, I saw that, and I actually thought that
Did you
somebody
think it was Putin?
was talking to us about like us being Putin, like. Okay, poutine. Yes.
Yeah, poutine, the French fries, gravy, cheese curds, for anyone who doesn't know about the
Not to
Quebec
be confused
delicacy.
with the Russian dictator. All right.
So, like,
Yeah, nothing to do with Russia.
no.
Doesn't
just the-
Quebec have a restaurant that delivers poutine?
Oh.
There's a
I heard
business
that on-
idea right there.
Oh.
I always pronounce it as poutine, but some customers that come through over at Harvey's, where we make your burger a beautiful thing, selfless promo, everybody always says it poutine. But I pronounce it poutine. I don't know. I'm a terrible speller, but people say
No,
poutine.
I do poutine now.
What do you say, Tammy?
Yeah, Tammy, you're
Yeah.
from the poutine.
Yeah.
Poutine.
Yeah. Definitely poutine. Nobody says poutine.
So now everyone knows how to say it right.
Poutine. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey guys, this is my son Xavier. He's 3, and he loves the camera.
Here.
Say hi.
Aw.
He's gorgeous.
Well, whenever I get the camera going, he always tries to take it away from me, so it's only a matter of time
Oh,
before he takes over the channel.
All right. So we are going to close, guys. It has been lovely. I'm going to hit stop broadcast, and it will still keep on. It's not going to hang up on yeah, it won't hang up on anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll just stay on for a moment just so I make sure I have everybody's details and everybody's stuff correct to put in the description box. And thank you so much for joining me today. So thank you.
All right.
Thank you for having us. Sorry I was so late.
bye. It was nice to meet you all.
Yeah.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye, guys.
I